Good evening, everyone. Right now, it's 10:31 on March 11th. Today's announcement: we have a visitor at the campsite. Have an entire island join us and giving our guest a warm welcome. That'll get back to supporting you and your enjoyment of the island. Yay! Ooh. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Alright, how you doing on this late Friday night? Oh, we got a shamrock shake. I actually had a shamrock shake today. Oh, so good. I love the shamrock shake. Shamrock shake. Praise be on a helix. So the reason we're starting so late tonight is because I was watching Turning Red, the new Pixar movie. Yep, and I just finished it. I finished it actually, like, probably 20 minutes ago. But, you know, it takes some time to get the stream set up and everything. But yeah. And, I don't know how long today's gonna be, so yeah, let's just talk about it. Oh, I should have speed ran tonight. Nah. I still need to. But yeah, thoughts on Turning Red? I liked it. Yeah, I wasn't blown away by it or anything, but to be fair, I haven't been blown away by any Pixar movies recently. Like, I've liked, Soul was good, just not for me. Onward was good. Didn't see Toy Story 4. Still haven't. And, Luca was good, but I wasn't blown away by it. Luca was Pixar, right? Yeah, sure, let's go see Sid. Yeah, so Pixar really hasn't blown me away recently. And that's fine. Like, the last Pixar movie that I think I really loved was Inside Out. Which still, probably my favorite Pixar movie. There's just something real special about it. And I'm excited for that Lightyear, but that's just because I think space is cool. Space. Yeah, space is cool, and, you know, I'm down for a more, like, I'm gonna say down-to-earth take on, like, yeah, just Pixar doing space. Using their fantastic animation to just do space. That sounds cool. Because, yeah, it's Pixar. Yeah, so Turning Red, yeah, I liked it. So, when I saw the trailers for this movie and whatnot, I was like, you know, it looked fine. It's Pixar, you know, I know to trust Pixar. They have disappointed a few times, but never really that bad. Like, yeah, Cars 2 is terrible, and so I didn't like The Good Dinosaur. But, like, there's far worse stuff out there. Always go higher. But yeah, so I was like, this doesn't really, right? Like, it's clearly just a different style of movie, right? It's not, like, people will say, like, oh, the movie wasn't made for you. And, yeah, that was, like, I was gonna watch it regardless because it was Pixar, but I was like, it's, you know, it's about growing up as a girl in Canada in 2002. Okay, that's not what that's the setting, that's not what it's about. But what made the movie click for me is one day on Twitter, I saw, when one of the trailers came out, this was like a month or two ago, someone said the movie is a metaphor for getting a period, right? It's about a girl growing up, becoming an adult, becoming a woman, and getting her first period. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. At that point, the movie clicked for me. I was like, okay, I get it now. And maybe I just never, right? I'm a guy. I don't have periods. So yeah, I didn't get that. But once it was explained, I was like, oh, okay. And I was and from there, I was actually much more interested in it. Like, because that's a story we don't see all that often. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what their take's going to be on it. And yeah, I liked it. And yeah, that definitely is the metaphor there. And they're not too subtle about it. Like, they directly say it at one point. 2 points, actually. And, well, yeah, the metaphor doesn't hold up perfectly, because it is still... Because well, yeah, that's the metaphor. In the grander scheme, the movie is about going from being a girl to becoming a woman, and the change that happens with that. And, like, you know, all the different things that come with that, especially with being a teenager. The most recent South Park this week was all about teenagers, and how teenagers are just the worst. Because the kids get into airsoft, but, you know, teenagers play airsoft. So they have to deal with, like, teenagers and airsoft, and they basically adopt a teenager. And it's, honestly, I think it's one of the better recent South Park episodes. It's probably my favorite this season. I really like the most recent South Park. And yeah, it's all about how, like, moody and annoying teenagers are. And yeah, teenagers are moody and annoying. But, you know, they can't control it. I totally get it. So yeah, and that's what this is about. It's about, right, because it's a girl with great expectations placed upon her. Which, you know, they're like... I mean, it's a meme at this point about the great expectations placed upon children of Asian parents, right? Like, that's the whole, like, on TikTok, constantly I see the meme of emotional damage. Emotional damage. That's from that's the original video was talking about, like, how difficult it is to be Asian with, like, Asian level difficulty and the high expectations placed on by, like, a parent. And yeah, the movie straight up does address that. Oh, it's Caroline. Okay. But yeah, and I liked it. Again, yeah, that's like, yeah, the metaphor is there, and it doesn't always hold up. Like, there are some scenes where it's like, yeah, it's a little bit more shaky, but it's what it mainly is about right, growing up. And right, the fight you have with your mother and your parents, but how they still love you. I liked it. Yeah, it's a solid movie. Especially because, you know, I'm able to have empathy. Yeah, sure, I'm a guy. I don't have periods. But I can have empathy with people's struggles. And if something has become clear in the age of information, in the age of the internet, it's that empathy is not a skill you are born with. It's something that you have to develop. You have to learn empathy. Like, I know I don't remember the proper term off the top of my head. It's not, oh gosh, what is it? What is the proper term? I'm gonna look it up. Antisocial personality disorder. There it was. Okay, I was close. So I know it's right. Oh, people with antisocial personality disorder. Also, you know, commonly referred to as, like, psychopaths or sociopaths. Or people who struggle with empathy, right? Like, that's one of the major things. Is that they struggle with that, and some of them just don't have it. But it's clear that there are just a lot of people who just straight up don't have empathy, right? They never learned it, because it's a taught skill. And because this is a movie about women growing up, and, you know, kids being cringy, which I'll just straight up say, yeah, kids are cringy. When you were a kid, especially a teenager, you were cringy. Especially... And, like, I know nowadays we say, like, oh, kids nowadays are so cringy. No, kids were always cringy. The only difference is nowadays everyone has a device to record themselves in their pocket, and they happily share it online. Back in the day, we just didn't share it online. Nobody else, you were cringy with your friends, and nobody else saw it. Kids have always been cringy. This is no different. So yeah, using that excuse of like, oh, this movie's too cringy. They're kids. Of course they're cringy. Like, God. But yeah, it's a movie, right? This is a movie about a person of color and a woman, and it's a metaphor for, right, coming into womanhood. And so a bunch of dude bros have got on Twitter and been like, this is the worst movie ever. Oh, Pixar sells out. Pixar, or Disney and Pixar, social justice. When it's very, if anything's been clear the past few weeks, Disney is very anti, right, social justice and whatnot. Because, you know, they're back in the don't say gay bill in Florida. And people have pointed out, and like Disney came out today and was like, oh, we're going to donate $5 million to LGBTQ support. 11 years ago today, Disney released Mars Needs Moms, a movie that cost $150 million and lost, I want to say, 110 of that. Yeah, fuck Disney. And we do know, I think straight from the creator of this movie's mouth, that they did have LGBTQ representation in this movie, and Disney forced them to take it out. Which, yeah, I don't have, like, a specific thing in this movie, like, that I could pinpoint that, like, oh, this is what they censored. I have a good guess. Yeah, I have a pretty solid guess of what was censored. And yeah, fuck Disney, man. I'm glad that at least some people are waking up, right? And realizing that, no, Disney is a monopoly. Disney is evil. Yes, did I watch this movie? Yes. But can I still talk about how, yeah, this is a monopoly? Yes. Again, it's picking and choosing your battles and drawing your lines in the sand at different places. Because companies are bad. People are good. And Disney as a corporation is bad. But, like, the people who are on the ground floor working on this movie, the directors, the artists, the animators, they're good people. Mostly. I mean, there's always a few assholes. I mean, usually in upper management. But, you know, these are good people working on trying to make good movies. Trying to tell their own stories. And yeah, this is a good movie. Yeah, is it not? Is it like I definitely, in the same way, oh god, what was the movie? But yeah, I can totally empathize with this. Like, I remember when Birds of Prey came out. This was, right before the pandemic started. And it was like, oh, this is like the perfect breakup movie. Right? And I still stand by that. I think Birds of Prey is the perfect breakup movie. And yeah, this is the perfect movie for, like, a young girl going into womanhood. And yeah, Birds of Prey is for someone who just broke up with their boyfriend. And that's the type of thing you binge watch. But I can totally emphasize with both of them. But yeah, no, it's... The Twitter discourse on this movie has just been fucking terrible. But that's fucking Twitter. I mean, Twitter melted down over the all-woman Ghostbusters movie, and it was fine. Like, it was... People got so angry over such a mediocre movie. It wasn't bad, it was just mediocre. And yet people acted like it was the end of the fucking world. Oh my god. And yeah, that's how... And they did the same thing with Captain Marvel. Again, a movie that I thought was okay. Like, people got so fucking angry over a mediocre-ish Marvel movie that... Yeah, is it not, like, top 10 Marvel? Yeah, sure. But it's also, like, even some of the worst Marvel movies are better than some of the crap DC's put out. Some of the crap Fox put out under X-Men. Oh my god. And I'm just trying to stick within the genre, you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I liked it. I liked it. It was fun. But yeah, I know somebody's going to get a lot more of this movie than I did. And yeah, I hope they do. I hope they thoroughly enjoy this. But yeah, so that's why I'm late tonight. Because, yeah, I was watching that. Yeah, it was good. And I could say more. Like, I do have some thoughts on the ending. But I'm just going to leave it there. You know, it's good. Pixar, again, Pixar really hasn't failed. I mean, yeah, okay, the Cars movies suck. I never saw the third one, but the first two did. But even still, like, yeah, I enjoyed the first Cars enough. The second one was, ew. Yeah, I don't think Pixar's like never also like really dropped the ball, because The Good Dinosaur was just kind of boring. Like, it wasn't bad, it was just kind of boring. Beautiful backgrounds, like, gosh, the landscapes in that movie were fantastic. It was just the movie was just kind of like, eh. And I still haven't seen Toy Story 4. And while, yes, I'm one of those people who thinks Toy Story 3 is overrated, that doesn't mean I think Toy Story 3 is bad. I just don't think it's like 10 out of 10 masterpiece like some people see it as. But then again, Pixar, I guess, Pixar's probably one of those studios where everyone has a different different favorite Pixar movie. Right? For me, it's Inside Out. But for someone else, it's Toy Story 2. For another person, it's Monsters, Inc. Right. It's different for everyone. And that's a good thing. You know, that's what I like about Ghibli. Because Ghibli does that, right, everyone... Usually the first one you saw is your favorite Ghibli movie. In my case, it was the second one I saw, but... Yeah. Yeah, no, I like Turning Red. It was good. Oh my god, how have we only been going 20 minutes? God, we've done everything today. We've done everything. Oh my god, I don't know why my throat's so... Ugh. Do I have any water? Did I remember to get water? No, I did not. Did we have any other newsy stuff to talk about? Oh, what is it? Not MPD. MPD. Is it the MPD group? Oh gosh, what are they called? Give me a second. I'll find it real quick. But yeah, basically, video game sales numbers for the month of February came out today. And, I'm trying to pull them up real quick, because I had them earlier. It's MPD. Yep. The NPD group put up their sales predictions. And, yeah, it's exactly what you'd expect. It was funny. I saw Blessing talk about it the other day. Like, oh, these are what the games are gonna be, and he nailed it right on the head. Yeah, Elden Ring is the best-selling game of last month, even though it came out at the very end of the month. Yep, it's best-selling. Horizon right below that. Pokemon Legends Arceus right below that. And then Dying Light 2 right below that. Yeah. Yep, I mean, he called it, and that's exactly what it is. Oh, we're still missing a fossil? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, so those you know, Elden Ring's huge. I mean, it's one of the highest rated games of all time. I eventually do want to play it, but I want to play Dark Souls first. I'm actually probably gonna get around to Dark Souls soon. Spring Break is coming up for me, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get into Dark Souls over Spring Break. Yeah, we're missing a fossil. Huh, I didn't even notice. I thought we had them all. Yeah, Horizon being number 2. Again, I love even though, yeah, it's kind of weird. There's just something I think is so funny. That the original Horizon comes out, gets completely, not obliterated, but you know, it just gets overshadowed by Breath of the Wild. Now Horizon 2 comes out, and it just gets completely overshadowed. Oh, did we get the money tree? No, we didn't. Wow. Yeah, now Horizon 2 comes out, gets completely overshadowed by Elden Ring. I think that is so funny. But hey, it still sold well. I mean, second best-selling game of the month. Pokemon's still selling insanely well. I mean, it was the best-selling game in January. Makes sense it's the best-selling game, or the third best in February. Good game. Real best Pokemon game in a while. Probably. And again, I'd say since Gen 7, but I know, you know, Pokemon fans suck, so it's impossible to get them to agree on anything. And I'm part of the problem. Not the biggest problem, but part of the problem, that's for sure. And then Dying Light. Honestly, Dying Light it does surprise me that it's that high, because nobody has talked about that game. And the only people I've seen talk about that game is people who, you know, got swept up in Pokemon. Then they got swept up in Elden Ring. Then they got swept up in Pokemon. Then they got swept up in Horizon. Then they got swept up in Elden Ring. And now they're finishing all those off. They're like, I guess we'll go back to Dying Light. So yeah, and honestly, I haven't, I've seen people, I guess, like Dying Light 2, but they don't love it, that's for sure. And oh god, I heard they added a stamina meter to the game. That sounds dreadful. As someone who liked the first Dying Light, didn't love it, but I liked it. It was fun. The idea, adding a stamina meter is a terrible idea. Yeah, the game is clearly inspired by Breath of the Wild. Every game, literally all 4 of the top ranking games, all take influence from Breath of the Wild. Which is wild to think about. But it just shows how much influence Breath of the Wild has, and how good Breath of the Wild was. That it still, we're seeing its influence, and it's creating a bunch of great games. That's a good thing. I mean, and I'm not saying, they're entirely inspired by Breath of the Wild, but it's clear Breath of the Wild is one of the influences. Because again, the first Dying Light predates Breath of the Wild. Horizon came out at the same time as Breath of the Wild. But you can see in the games, at least according to reviews I've read and whatnot, you can see how, Breath of the Wild has, attributed to some of, the new mechanics in Horizon 2 or in Dying Light 2. Let's see, what else is on this list? Total Warhammer, Call of Duty Vanguard. Call of Duty's always on. I don't know who the hell still buys Call of Duty games anymore. That they're almost always consistently in, the top 10. I have no idea who's buying Call of Duty games anymore. But somebody is, because, yeah, they're consistently in the top 10. Usually same thing with FIFA games and whatnot. FIFA's at number 9, so yeah. Admittedly, I know that one has an audience, which is where they make all the money off the whales. Madden, same thing as FIFA. Mario Kart is number 8. Mario Kart, a game that came out 5 years. I think it'll be 5 years, next month. Yeah, I think it's 5 years. Maybe it's been 5 years in May. Still, one of the first Switch games. Still getting sales. Admittedly, it's getting DLC, I think, later this month, at the very end of the month. But still, that's wild. I think it's this month. Yeah, that sounds right to me. Let's see, what else do we got here? FIFA, Minecraft, of course. Of course, people like Minecraft. I still love me some Minecraft. Yeah, I get that one. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yep. Mario Party Superstar is number 12. That's good. There was a rumor a while ago. I guess in like, you know how Nintendo like has sent out surveys recently, and that's how we knew WarioWare was coming in at like a cheaper price. That new WarioWare game. Yeah, I guess in like a survey Nintendo sent out recently or something, it mentioned would you buy Mario Party DLC? So it looks like there's a good possibility that we're getting Mario Party DLC. Which, yeah, that's great. I want the game to have DLC, paid or free. And I don't know if it specifically mentioned, like, would you pay for it? I just know it mentioned Mario Party DLC. Along with, like, you know, other DLCs, like the Mario Kart DLC and the Animal Crossing DLC. But yeah, no, I like the idea of Mario Party getting some DLC. You know, it's a really good game, this new Mario Party. I really enjoy it. It's definitely the best Mario Party since probably 8. Animal Crossing is number 13. Smash Bros. Is 14. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Again, who is buying Call of Duty games? I know they're still massive, but fuck Activision Blizzard. Grand Theft Auto, not GTA 5, but the GTA Trilogy. Huh. NBA. Pokemon is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is number 18. Far Cry 6 is 19? Again, there's another game I've heard nobody talk about since its release. Like, there was like a week or two where people were talking about Far Cry, and I haven't heard a single person mention it since. And then finally, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is 5 years old, and yep, it's top 20 best-selling games of the month. Crazy. Yep, that's wild to think about, but that's yeah. Those sales numbers came out, I think yesterday, and I was gonna talk about them. But yeah, no, I love some Mario Party DLC. Gosh, yeah, the new Mario Party is really good, or at least it's the best one since 8. Which, I mean, admittedly, we fell very low. Like, I'm one of those people who I know 9 split the fandom. I'm one of the people who does not think 9 is the worst thing in the world. But I get why 10 was. God, 10 had so much potential and they just screwed it up. And then since then, they just haven't been anything that special. Yeah. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about. What was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, Game Changer. So a few weeks ago I mentioned Game Changer, how they did a Survivor episode, and how it made me want to watch Survivor. I have not started watching Survivor, but it was the Game Changer Survivor was a 2-part episode, and they put out the second part on Monday. Fantastic ending. Like, I really do recommend you go get like a free trial of Dropout. Just to watch, like, Game Changer and, actually, Dimension 20, Breaking News, oh my gosh. I mean, admittedly, Breaking News, at least, I think it's a season behind, but it's on YouTube as well. But yeah, no, Dropout, I've definitely got my money worth out of Dropout. And yeah, Game Changer Survivor has been so good. And the finale, right? I don't know if this is like the season finale for Game Changer, but oh my god, what a fantastic episode. And like the tension, like it starts off, right? It's a bunch of comedians doing like a try not to laugh challenge. But by the end, the tension is so real. and you feel it. And like, I was without going into specifics, I was expecting it to go like one way. I was like, oh my, I was like, oh, it's so obvious that player X is gonna win. And then player X says something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they just evened it out. Now all of a sudden they're both on equal ground. Which I was like, I didn't think that was possible. So the tension is totally real. And it holds you there. And gosh, Game Changer Survivor was so good. I really should just start watching Survivor. I think all the seasons are on Paramount Plus or Hulu or something like that. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, I was just a Game Changer Survivor was so good. Game Changer is such a good show. Like seriously, it's so much fun. It's funny. Yeah, I like the premise of the game changing every episode. Allows them to do so many creative things. Yeah. I do need to get caught up in Dimension 20 though. Starstruck Odyssey. I'm only like, I think they're on like episode like 6 or 7 now. And I'm like halfway through episode like 4. I fell behind. And once you fall behind, it's really hard to get caught up. Yeah. What did we? Oh yeah, we got this. Bread bowl. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end. I know today was really short, but honestly, it's late at night. I've had a busy day today. I didn't even do dinner today. I've been busy, and I've been tired. I mean, I think I'm gonna go to bed. Well, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We only have a week left. A little more than a week. I think it's a week and like a day or 2. So it's like 8 or 9 days. But yeah, we have at least one more project I want to finish before we end off. So I think we're going to work on that. Maybe we'll start that final project. Still would love to finish off the museum, but I just know it's not going to happen. I don't know if we're buying turnips this week. We might. I kind of don't plan on it. Because we did have a large spike this week, and it sucks we missed it, but sometimes it happens like that. But yeah, I don't know I don't know. I don't really have a big plan for this final week. Other than, getting something done for the finale, doing a special thing. And just, kind of like what I did for the original finale. But yeah, I'm going to do another one of those for the series finale. I'm gonna work on it over this next week to hopefully get it out by the 20th. Because the 20th is our last day no matter what. Oh yeah, it's 9 days. Today's the 11th, so yeah, it's in 9 days. But yeah, Sunday, March 20th is our last day. It'll be here before we know it. But yeah, today was a short night, but hey, Turning Red was good. Go. If you have Disney Plus, that's where you can watch it. I mean, I already had Disney Plus, so I was like, you know what, I might as well watch it anyways. But again, draw your lines in the sand wherever you want. If you just are fully done with Disney, I don't blame you at all. Totally go, don't give them your money anymore. But I get why Disney is a monopoly. They hold a lot of power, so I totally get it. I'm staying on board, but I get why if you want to jump ship, totally do it. Everyone's going to draw their line in the sand differently. Oh my god, there's a TikTok I saw today, which I guess it's been around since like January, but I only saw it today, where it's about someone singing a song about like, oh, it's a dog, and it's to the tune of Moana, and it's just been stuck in my head all day. It's a dog, it's a dog, it's a dog, it's a puppy. And my god, it's just been an unkillable earworm all day. And I've just been singing it to my dogs all day. Oh my gosh. It's a puppy. But yeah, with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.